Hi, this is Rynda Wilk with the College Cost and Planning Solution and 21 Finance. Please go ahead and subscribe to my page if you are planning for college, looking for scholarships, if you know someone who could use the help, and please feel free to get in touch with me if you have any questions for me on these subjects. And you have reached How to Win Scholarships, Part 2. We already talked about getting organized. That was in Part 1. Part 2 is where to find these scholarships. So I'm going to share my screen with you so we can look at this together. Here we go. So when you're talking about where to find scholarships, keep in mind that the easier it is to apply to, the more people are probably going to apply. So these just click and enter your email address and your name, and boom, you're registered for a scholarship. I mean, you're probably competing against many thousands of people on those, so they might not be the best use of your time. In order to find legitimate scholarships, they're all over the place, but I'm going to give you some hints where to focus your search and for the best results. So first place you want to look if you're in high school, start with your high school website, your guidance counselor's office. There's usually a list of local scholarships and maybe even some that only apply to your specific school. So those are really great to apply for because obviously there's just fewer people that you're competing against for those scholarships. So start there and keep an eye on it during school. Every couple, 2 or 3 weeks, you probably want to check back and see if there are any new ones popped up on that list. You also want to check with your state and find out, what scholarships the state offers. I know I'm in the state of Florida, and there's one everyone knows about here, the Bright Future Scholarship, but there are also other scholarships that the state has available if you qualify. So I recommend you always check with your state and see what types of scholarships they are and apply to those if you qualify for them. Next, employers are a great place to look. You should have your parents check with their benefits to see if there are any scholarships. Check the company they work for to see if they offer any scholarships for employees or just for the population in general. Also, you can ask around family and friends to see if their employers have any sort of scholarship programs. And as a student, you yourself may work for a company that offers scholarships. So this is just a great place to look. There are a lot of companies that are starting to offer tuition reimbursement as well. So you might even choose to work for a company specifically for that reason. The next place you're probably going to look, which you're not going to be surprised to find, is the internet. You can come up with a whole list of searches to do to expand your options out there for looking for scholarships. And I encourage you to organize yourself around this effort. So I'm going to show you a way to do that in just a minute. But you're going to brainstorm all the traits, all the things about you that make you who you are, that might make you unique. Scholarships are not given only for merit, only for good grades, only for high test scores. Scholarships are given for all kinds of reasons. So do some brainstorming, ask your parents and your friends to help you make a list of the things that make you special. Those are the things you can start searching for scholarships. So one thing you want to start with the town or city that you live in and your county, and just type in on the search bar, my city community foundation scholarship. And you very likely get some hits there. Also check out the different clubs that might be around your area, or that you know someone that's a member of a club. Maybe they're sponsoring scholarships. You can ask around. Churches, religious organizations, other types of organizations often have clubs or groups that sponsor scholarships. What are your hobbies, your traits, your characteristics, the subjects at school that you really like, your potential career paths, even though you don't know right now. Surely you could come up with 2 or 3 that you're most interested in at this point. You can search for those things online and just put the career and scholarship, or professional engineering, professional organization scholarship. Businesses that have money often give scholarships. as a way to give back to the community and promote some goodwill for their company. So, really large companies, you Google them and see if they have scholarships. You can do this on the internet. You can use these same keyword searches and search hashtags on things like Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook has groups. You can look for groups that might relate to scholarships and college planning to find mentions of scholarships on there. And then there's also plenty of websites that have lists of scholarships. And like I said, keep in mind that if they're super easy to apply for, your chances of winning, it's kind of like winning the lottery. Like, a lot of people play the lottery, not very many people win it. So, but there are some sites that, you can certainly try websites and their list there. I personally use a scholarship list that has between 5,000 and 10,000 scholarships on it from College Age Pro, which is a software tool that I use. So if you want access to those searchable scholarships, you'd have to get in touch with me, and I would be able to get you set up to search those. It requires username and password. You can't just go straight to it online or anything. But yeah, if I work with someone on building a scholarship plan, then they have access to that list as well. So those are the hierarchy of ways that I would say to focus your search. And what I really want to show you now is a way to organize yourself around it. This page here that I'm showing you is just the scholarship tracker, where you can keep lists of scholarships you want to apply for. And then you obviously want the due date, the name of the scholarship. The link is the most important. That's why that's the first thing. The date you applied, whether you got it or not. Thank you information. You want to record who to thank and how to get in contact with them. The date that you sent the thank you, the amount of the scholarship, how it's going to be received, and then any requirements for if it's renewable, what you need to do to try to renew it for future years. And on the second page of this spreadsheet is a way that you can kind of organize yourself. And basically, I've just included all of these places that you might search for scholarships in here, and a way for you to just check them off. Say, yep, I did that search. I did that search. So you can keep up and make sure you're not doing the same search over and over again, but you're going through all the different search methods, and you're going to want to keep doing it. Once you've finished all this whole list of different ways to search for scholarships, go back to the beginning and start at the beginning again, because new scholarships are constantly popping up. But this is just, like I said, a way to organize yourself. Here, you can, in these blanks, you can just make that list of those hobbies and traits and interests that you want to search on. So do your brainstorming in here. So if you're interested in any of these resources, please get in touch with me. My email address and the link to my website are in my channel page. I also threw a link in here to a recent article I found on 50 companies with tuition reimbursement that you might could consider getting a job at to help pay for school. So a lot of resources available. That's all for now. Like I said, subscribe to the page if you want more information about planning and paying for college. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.